All right.
Good evening. Welcome to the Wildcat Center. Had a few technical difficulties. We are going to go back and delete that other show here in just a moment, but
Oh, good stop by KG there.
had a few technical difficulties, and we're up and going now here. Great stretch pass out to Mo Kivel, but that will be offsides. We'll get a whistle and a neutral zone draw here in just a moment, but hope everybody can jump on. I see there's a bunch of people waiting in the other room, but unfortunately, we can't get into it, so.
Is this one showing up?
It's not right now, but I'm hopeful that it will. Emerson Lindis takes the draw. I thought we had an offsides there. I'm not sure why they brought that all the way back into our own end, but they did.
Do they do that from where the offsides occurred? Because the pass was sent
That's
on
the
that
only
stretch pass?
that's got to be the only explanation. But I've literally never seen that before in my life. So if that's the time it happened, that's the only time I've ever seen it. And we get a whistle. Still just trying to kind of get everything going here, guys, and make sure that we're actually on the air. Lindis out there with Harmon. Harmon battling along the far side boards. Puck coming back to the D. Over to Holdorf. Holdorf up the boards trying to break it out, but Hudson gets a stick on it. Handled in the neutral zone by Kowalski for Hudson. Now Harmon will bring it in. Harmon, shot goes just wide of the net. Lindis over to the near side corner here, battling along the near side. Hudson nearly able to get it out in the neutral zone. Now they do. Try to go cross ice there. Jane Volgren with it now. Drops it off for Adams. Adams, cross ice. Now up to middle at the blue line, but she can't quite handle it. Almost looked like she was looking for her edge there. We know. We're working on it. We're well aware of it. That's the great part about doing the broadcast is if it's not working, everybody in the building will let you know.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. It's not working. Well, I can go out to my truck and just get my stuff. I don't know what else to do.
All right, it sounds like there is a link that can hear us. Unfortunately, I killed the initial link by accident, and now we're jumping over to on the fly. We created a new video, so hopefully those that have found it can join it. I'm getting word that we can hear. So we'll get back to the broadcast. We're going to keep things moving on this channel. I'm not going to touch it since we have some in. I'm not sure how to best spread the word, so if you are connected to this link, please share the link out to those that are connected, and we will go from here. So thus far, we have 9 minutes to play in the first. After the technical difficulties, we got the fusion. It's been mostly down at the fusion end. More shots thus far. On the ice right now is Morgan Kivel, Kendra Harmon, and Jenna Volgren. Back deep is Munson with Sid Kivel. And that's Linda's pressing down. She's going to gain control here, working back behind the net with Harmon. She pushes it the other side, and that's DeLong. So the normal Lindis, DeLong, Harmon line. And puck out high. That's ripped back down by Lansing. And Hudson comes away with it, goes far side, and Lansing holds the zone yet again. It's going to be a long shift here for the Raiders while the Fusion, they blew that dead. Ref out of position. Puck was still good, but we do have a bird's eye view from up here. So, all in. Hopefully, everybody can find this. And I'm getting positive feedback again that those that have found this link are good. I wish we could notify in some other way, but that's the one piece Adam did not learn me up on. All right, back to the action here, just under 8. And we have, that is, let's see, Lily Middle, Jane Volgren line with, who's the third on that one? That is Chloe Ralston out there. And you got Adams, so Hudson controls neutral zone, gets a shot on net, and we will go to a defensive zone face-off for the Fusion. All right, with the chaos that ensued, 7:28 to play here in the first. And hopefully the spectating side has double-checked YouTube and found things. All right. All right, we're working plan B, but we're going with this feed. This is the one that's set up. We have our gear, so all is good there. And back to the action. Again, 6:30 to play. DeLong straight up knocked off the puck as she tries to get a shot off. Harmon applying some forecheck there as Hudson skater goes down. Try to push through the neutral zone. Couple of bumps on the ice. Hard to control the puck. And Harmon gets pinched off of that along the far side boards. Sid Kivel to track down the loose puck while Hudson gets fresh 5. Long stretch pass ahead. Emerson Lindis going to be first to touch it. Works behind the net as Hudson struggles to gain possession back behind. Oh, centering pass right on net and covered by the goalie from Hudson, who is, that is Emma Amundsen with a .853 save percentage. this year. Or at this point, she is a junior. And back to action. Fusion win the draw, kick it out to Sydney Kibble. She fans on a shot, and the play goes the other way. Attempted shot goes wide, defended nicely. And we're going to transition here the audio and get right back to you. All right, we're back here with full staff and broken links, but we're moving.
Yeah, it's good times up here in the old broadcast booth. Sometimes things don't go quite as well as you like. Jane Volgren working down through the slot, still looking for a shot there. A lot of blue jerseys out front trying to keep the Fusion out of the sweet spots. Picked up there by Adams. Adams able to bring it into the zone. And Jane Volgren will get it deep before she heads for the bench. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first period. We're still scoreless. So sorry if you're just joining us, but you haven't missed any goals yet. That one up into the crowd.
Danger zone.
You know, they always say be aware of what's going on when you're up there. That's why.
Oh.
Oh, my wife just said, I'm watching you and can hear you talking. On a different link.
Awesome. And I'm still, when I go to the channel, I'm not seeing it on the channel, so
Yeah,
I don't know how to publish it to that piece. So
My wife says she can see it, so
all right.
I guess we're on the air. Somehow.
Yep. And it was her text to me. It's like, I'm going to keep pressing here.
Yeah. I don't see it on the channel either.
So there's some secret sauce that Adam does to publish it, but we put it on public. Anyway, back to hockey.
Well, people apparently are seeing it. All right, here we go back the other way. Jenna Volgren fires. Saved by Amundsen. Puck over to the far side. Linda's checks in. Eleanor Adams back. Adams battling for the puck behind the net. Fusion swinging out to the near side. Hudson able to hold it in. Shot and a save by Gustafson. This one all the way down. Fuse, send it down the ice, picked up by Aaron Madigan. Madigan skates. Nice stop there by Holdorf. Madigan got around her, but the rest of the D comes back in there to deny Madigan a better shot opportunity. I've watched Erin Madigan play since she was probably about 10, 12 years old. She used to play with the boys all the time.
Is she the phenom that everybody talked about with Hudson? Is that Maddie? They're trying to think who that was, because there was a question when we played them one year. Will she play or did she get pulled up? I think that was last year. She got pulled up.
Okay.
Play JV. I'm not sure exactly all the details, and I'm not great with names.
Yeah, I don't either.
So, and when Madigan, it's like, that
could have
feels
been
like
Maddie
it could
Murphy, because
that's who it is.
Maddie used to play. She played up in with the Black Cats because at the time Hudson did not have a girls program. They had most of their girls playing boys, and she wanted to play girls, so she came down. She's played with a lot of these kids.
That is who it was, Maddie Murphy.
Yep.
The Murph.
The Murph.
The Murph.
Danny Terrio used to call her the Rat. She was tough.
Gritty.
Tough.
Wow. What do we know about this Hudson team, Chris?
Well, this Hudson team, they used to have a goaltender here that's dressing for the Falcons now. Her name's Kat Donna, and she could absolutely dominate hockey games. So much like when we talked in Hayward the other night, Hayward's filling some big shoes. This Hudson team's trying to fill some big shoes too. They're down this year. They are 6-11 or 1-3 in the Big Rivers Conference. So a couple years ago, they were battling us for the top of the conference every year. They had just an incredible goaltender, but a lot of really good players. Lauren Kowalski, senior defender. She wears number 4. She played with a lot of the boys that are on the Wildcats right now and during the summertime, and so she played with boys. There she is right there wearing number 4. She's got the C on her sweater.
Oh, okay.
She's a really, really solid defender. So I would say that, obviously C on her jersey, she's one of the big leaders on this team, but they are not the Hudson that we've faced over the last few years. Just kind of, in a transition period for the program.
Gotcha. Well, it jogged my memory when we played them the first time. They were wearing their Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yep.
Ooh,
Hudson working
dangerous
around,
shot
get a
there.
puck to the slot.
One of those you never know. You hope you've got the whole pipe sealed off, but every so often they sneak in. They find little creases.
Looking for leaks. Hughes able to clear it out into the neutral zone. Emerson lost her footing there for a moment. Hudson able to regather and bring it in. Hughes in the middle of a change. Nice block shot there by Oakley, but it did not feel good.
I think they got her finger.
Yeah, you can see her kind of wincing in pain there. Giving it up for the team. Ooh, big
still loose out front.
pile up front.
There we go.
Fusion able to clear. They're just going to send that down. They'll take the ice. Emerson trying to leg it out, but nice hustle. But they'll take the ice. They needed to get some fresh bodies on the ice, and they will.
Yep.
0-0 game here. Looks like about, I can't even read the clock from here.
We got 9 seconds remaining.
9 seconds remaining. See.
So
I
that
see
is
it now. I see it now.
all the discombobulation caused by myself, and we got to remember we got to call the time and scoreboard updates here.
Yep.
So
Puck coming all the way down, and that's going to do it as Amundsen settles the puck down, and we will go to the locker room here, all tied up at all zeros, and we got a couple of players coming up for an interview. And Andrew, I'm going to let you handle that. You're the master of the interview.
we'll go that route.
Who wants to go first? Esme's going to go.
Where? Yeah. All the way over there.
All right, ladies.
Where?
So Eric is working the camera. He's zooming in right there. So far, until you see yourself here, you're not on camera, but you are live on audio. So joining us up here in the booth is Esme Harvey and Star Center on the JV squad, and Hannah Latham. She's joined us before where we played some games with the audio. That said, we're going to reset and navigate a few questions here. So, Miss Harvey, I've watched you grow up with this. First year with Fusion. What are some overall takeaways of your first year playing with the larger Fusion group?
I feel like they like reversing a lot, you know?
Little 6-7 reversing. All good. That wasn't even on camera, so we're good. That said, so what's the biggest difference from Black Cat level hockey to Fusion level hockey?
I mean, I feel like the coaches are a lot nicer.
Nicer.
Like Black Hat coaches are nice. Like, there's a lot of Black Hat, like, coaches that are nice. And I feel like the Fusion have, like, a lot more, like, intel on stuff, I guess.
Okay. Do you think they scout better intel, or is this...
I feel like they, like, explain things better.
Excellent. So more of a system, and it kind of makes sense, right? There's 4 years that they're building to, so by the time you're seniors, it's second nature. That said, you guys practice with the seniors. Have you gained anything, or what's a couple of things that you can share that you feel you've gained in practice time with upperclassmen?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. You just fly around at practice, and you're all hockey, and that's cool. No, this is part of the interview. They get to know everybody, personalities-wise. All right, how about this? We've had some overnight trips during the Black Cats, overnight trips Fusion. Which one's more fun, Fusion or Black Cats?
Definitely Fusion.
Okay, and the 2 overnights we've had have been Madison and La Crosse. Which one was more fun, less fun, more fun, and why? Or funner?
I think I liked Madison more because I feel like we did a lot of stuff while we were there.
Okay.
Like, I feel like we bonded, I guess.
Heck yeah. No, that's super important because as you grow as a team throughout the years, that bonding pays off with the lines that start to form and the chemistry on the ice. So it happens all over. You hang out a lot during the season is what I'm noticing. Let's see. So you have gotten really effective over the years at getting the puck in the back of the net, which is kind of funny. You're hanging out with a goalie. But which of our two goalie or our three goalies in practice do you like shooting against the best? Present company is fair game.
Definitely Hannah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Is there any one? What are some skills that you're working on this year, or do you set goals for yourself? And like I've noticed over the years, I can just speak to little things like you have worked on your backhand lift. You threw one up against Hayward that was darn near vertical. I think
Yeah,
you'd probably want it
yeah,
back because
yeah.
wide open. But can you share some of the things that you've been working on, both as a freshman and just where you're at as a hockey player?
I mean, I want to get like I've been trying to work on my like skating and like being more explosive, and then hitting the net more, and like my stick handling skills. Like honestly, like everything. Like I just want to be able to like read people, like read what they're gonna do.
Okay. A lot of anticipation happens on the ice.
Yeah.
Something, and you're in the right position. It's obvious, like you've got all the makings of just fly around for a center, fly around. You've always had such a good awareness of the puck. When you get spun around or twisted, like what's one of your favorite elements of it? Could be I get the puck in the neutral zone and I know I'm taking it to the house, or turning the corner. Do you like breakaways? Give one of those moments that's just like, oh, I got this.
I feel like I like tipping a lot. Like I like when the D's shooting it lower, like
Excellent.
towards the goalie. Like I like screening and tipping a lot.
Is that something you've recently started to work on? Because I've heard a lot of that from Reese, like in practice, like the screen and tip. Is
Yeah.
that the drills?
Yeah, we've worked on it a lot this year, but I've always just like doing it. Like I've always just like working on it in general. But I feel like we've worked on it a lot this year.
Excellent. And as a center, what's your role in that? Because you don't have the big presence to, like, you're not screening much of Hannah. She's looking right
No,
over
no,
top.
I can screen Hannah. I mean, like, as a center, it doesn't really matter since we're in the offensive zone. But I just try to, like, I know I can't screen all the goalies sometimes, but, like, I like redirecting it a lot more if I can't screen them, because then it's, like, they don't know where it's going, I guess.
Easier goals on the rebound?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's lighten the mood here. You guys wrote a story the other night. And how do we want to do this? So
We don't
give
want
us.
to do this.
Oh, we
it's
don't.
not happening.
Okay, it's not happening. They told me that there was a fusion story that was written up in Barron.
No,
but-
I don't think the coaches want us to, like,
Okay,
Nope.
we won't go there. Well, let's lighten it up and go with favorite style of music. When you, there is the, maybe I will read it. No, I don't want to incriminate anybody up here. And I totally botched the broadcast earlier, so I don't even know how many people are watching or listening to this. That said, what style of music? What's your go-to?
I mean, I feel like I don't really have a style. Like, I just kind of go with whatever.
Yeah, your playlist? Like, if you fired up your playlist, is there a whatever playlist? And it might be Willie Nelson, Pearl Jam.
It's whatever
Drake.
I'm in the mood for, I guess.
Okay, and that works. Is there any set pregame, like pre-hockey, or still all over the map?
No, there's nothing.
All right, fair enough. And as a freshman, a big thing that's coming in front of you is your driving permit. How close are we? Have you gotten your study done?
I haven't even started driver's ed yet.
It's all good.
I'm starting soon, though.
When do you turn 15?
In May.
Oh, so you got some time there. Yeah, no worries there. Well, I would say, oh, hey, look at that. We are on TV now. So give a quick look over there. Any shout-outs you want to give?
She's He's gonna hate this.
Send
Shout
it.
out to Oakley.
All right. All right. Now let's flip the mics, and we're going to go to Hannah.
You can't hear anything with those.
All right. Oh, you can't hear anything with those? Is that better? One way or the other? One of these changes that, but I'm going to quit touching buttons because I messed up the broadcast. So, all right, joining me now is Miss Hannah Latham, the one of the three goalies on cue. You guys split time. So how does that work? Who gets pulled up for varsity? Is it the one who plays JV?
Yeah.
Then okay. Is that because you're loose, you're warmed up, and or is that
I think so.
okay?
Yeah.
So when you're just blowing teams out, as so happens with JV sometimes, what do you do to occupy both the brain and keep the feet loose? Like, walk us through just chilling in the net when you don't see many. Like, there are games where you see less shots than we've scored.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of just dance sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I sing to whatever music is on, like playing, or I just skate like in a little circle and wave to the team that's on the bench. So
I like it. I like it. I did notice the other night there's a delayed penalty that kind of caught you off guard. It's like, oh, I got to get off there. Is that one of those things that they're like, always be watching for the arm to go up? Or
yeah. Sometimes it's like kind of hard though because like sometimes I can't tell like if it's on our team or the other team if like everyone's just on the floor.
Gotcha. So as a goalie, what's hardest thing and best thing about playing goalie? Because it's a different beast.
This is tricky. So the easiest thing I'd probably say is blocker. Blocker's just, it's just there, like a little punch. And the hardest, like snipers, bar down skis.
Okay. What about breakaways? Breakaways seem like like watching it, you get this wall of players coming at you. Is that?
If it's like a 1-on-0, it's not that bad, but if it's a 2-on-0, it's kind of hard because you have to like watch for the player, but then you also have to watch for like the other player too to see if they're going to pass it back or not. So
I gotcha. That makes perfect sense. All right. Since I know she wasn't talking, this little story of the fusion, you don't have to read it. Give us an idea of what it's about, what inspired it, and don't incriminate anybody.
okay.
But you're both giggling about it, so I want to know more about this.
So basically, we were kind of bored during the third period of the game, and I told the story, and everyone thought it was kind of funny. So then Esme and we started writing it down, and we added as we went.
Is this like ad-libs where you fill in, or is it like things that happened in Madison? Are these real stories, or just pull players into the random conversation?
It's about the three little piggies.
That's-
Jonathan,
Oh, this is brutal. I don't know that you want to incriminate yourself.
Matthew B, TJ the toddler, and and then Zachariah the third.
Awesome. And does it follow the Three Little Piggy story of building the house and the big
No.
bad wolf? Completely different?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, I'm really curious now, but
I'll
that'll
tell
be
you later. I'll tell you later.
for
It's
sure.
pretty good.
All right. So for you, favorite genre of music? Are you a Katy Perry fan? More hip hop, country, rock?
I like hip hop. John said I couldn't like rap, so I don't like rap now. Kind of just like sad songs sometimes. They're just kind of like, yeah.
Who's sad? Is that Billie Eilish? Like, learn me up. I'm
Yeah, like-
slowly drifting from the generation.
Like Billie Eilish, just Gracie Abrams,
Okay. Okay. Certain moods for that
Yeah.
music? Okay. Pre-game. Is there one go-to of get locked in, you're playing, you're listening to one thing, or
Okay, so if it's like I need to be like hyped up and stuff, maybe like I can't say this. It's like birthday and then something else, but I can't say the second word.
all good? All good. We're going to
Say
leave
no.
it. And on that note, I appreciate your own self-censorship. Give a quick look over. Anyone you want to shout out to?
Hello, Grandma Julie. Hello, Hattie's grandparents. Oh, hi, Hattie and 6'7".
Love it. Love it. All right, ladies. Thanks for joining. And hopefully this broadcast will get popped up there so you can share with those you want. All right. Taking a quick break before we join the action again.
Second period about to get underway.
There you go.
Second period about to get underway here
Good.
at the Wildcat Center. It'll be middle along with Volgren. And looks like we're going to go Ralston up front. It'll be Adams and Holdorf on the blue line here to start the period. Just letting everything kind of stiffen up here. A little bit of water on the ice. They're kind of letting things settle in before they drop the puck. You drop the puck with these kind of conditions with some water on the ice, that puck gets real sticky and it can cause some pretty big problems. Kids will try to skate it across the blue line and the puck stops, and then all of a sudden you've got a rush coming back the other way.
Train wreck.
So the officials try to kind of let everything settle down, let the skaters down, let the skaters move around and clean everything up a little bit. I can still see big water lines here, but they're gonna drop it and say, let's go. It'll stiffen up in the next minute.
That's something that always amazes me, Chris, is how the water freezes.
Right.
With what little there is there, and I don't know if my mic was on and what that was picking up, so hey.
It wasn't. You're good. You're
All
good.
right.
But water freezing, watching water freeze is kind of like watching grass grow. It's kind of the same concept.
There's a lot more engineering mechanics going on at this, though.
Laura Johnson with a big shot and a save by Gustafson. Actually, that's Marley Larson. Larson with 4 goals, 7 assists on the season. Laura Johnson is their leading scorer this year. She's a sophomore, 10 goals, 6 assists. Holdorf trying to get it out of there. Cahoon with it now. Cahoon, a senior for the Raiders. She's played quite a bit. I remember her playing as a freshman. Hudson gathering it back up. Coming right back down. Picked up by Larson. Larson shoots, I think.
Ooh. Oh,
Jane
danger.
Volgren got a piece of that, but boy, that puck came right out.
It
into the
really
slot,
did.
And now we got a whistle net off, so we'll reset here. Early stages of the second period.
It's been a busy minute that's all gone off here, but they did join early while we were waiting for the ice to set up.
They did. Kivel will take the draw. She's out there with her sister, Sydney Kivel, Ella Stanley, and Jenna Volgren. Picked up by Fenster.
Oh, nice block by
Mocker.
Jenna Volgren there.
Jenna battling right at the center stripe. Fusion able to get it in, but picked right up and sent right back down into their own end here by the Raiders.
There really are still some water streaks out there.
Definitely are.
I wonder if that's what caused like Jenna's transition there.
It very well could have. It very well could have. It happens. I've seen games swung on that. There was a game the boys played in Eau Claire Memorial a couple years ago where it was the beginning of a period and we were trying to break it out and the puck stopped and the kid turned it over. Another kid grabbed it and shot it right into our net. I mean, it happened quick.
I feel like I was watching that game.
You
it
may
was
have.
the first moment where I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, what happened?
Yep.
And sure enough, it just, what do they call it? Sticky ice? Or
Sticky ice, yeah.
Or as much as ice, like if you're walking on ice and there's a little bit of water on it, it gets slicker.
It gets slick for
the
us.
average
Yeah,
person.
right. But
Not so much for a puck.
cold rubber sticks to it. Lindis to take the draw. Lindis out there with DeLong, Harmon, and Kaylee Lansing on with Holdorf on the blue line. Harmon, great stick. She'll bring it in.
Good
Got
back
DeLong-
check there by
DeLong with
number
her.
4.
Yeah, Hudson, the one thing I can tell you is their coach has coached state championship teams. The guy's been around for a long, he's not an old guy, but he's been coaching for a long time. They're going to play hard. They're going to give you everything they got. They may not have the talent that some other teams right now have in the conference, but they're gonna make it a long day for you, and they've certainly done that tonight.
And by old, give me frame of reference here.
I
'cause
would
we're
guess
both
that
climbing.
I
our
would
own
guess that
ladders.
Matt is probably in his late 30s or early 40s. So
All
he's
right.
he's still I call that a young guy.
Seasoned coach though. He's got a lot of years.
He's been coaching for a long time. I think they won 2 state championships fairly early in his coaching career. but he's a really super good dude. I've known him for a long time. Middle, coming over to the near side, along with Amundsen. Big pile up down here. Chiato down here as well. Eleanor Adams, nice pass out to Volgren. Jane Volgren crosses the blue line looking for an opportunity, and she's going to draw a penalty. We'll see what they call that.
I would go with interference, but
Well, she had the puck. Yeah, they're going to call it a hook.
hook. Okay.
Kind of hooked her with her leg, really. But so the Fusion will go on the power play, I believe, for the first time tonight.
Yep.
That first period was a little dicey for us. We didn't get to see a whole lot of game. Adams with it. Adams lines, fires, lots of traffic up front. Volgren over on the near side, or on the far side. Over to Jenna Volgren. Volgren back to Jane. Jane with it now. Working through traffic, trying to dump it down to Jenna. Puck's going to come out the middle at the blue line. Middle settles it down with her skate. Bounces it right back down to Jane. Jane finds some space, fires, but the Hudson defender got her skate out there just in the nick of time. Go back to Jenna. Jenna's going to work it around. She's got Mo up front. Gets it to Mo. Oh, big time save down there by Amundsen.
Did I hear the other night Jane Volgren recorded her 100th point?
You may have. I don't know. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't patrol the IGs. So if that was on Instagram, I wouldn't have seen it.
No, I think it was when we were leaving Hayward. Jody had a plaque. Jody and John had a plaque, and I want to say Reese had mentioned it to me as well.
Perfect.
But
well,
of those, I wonder how often there was a Volgren to Volgren call or Volgren from Volgren. Ooh.
Shot from Larson and a save by Gusty. Marley Larson's only got 4 goals this season, but she is certainly active with the puck. I think we've called her shooting the puck 3 or 4 times already in the small amount of time we've actually been calling the game. Middle, out to Adams. Adams bounces it out, looking for Jenna Volgren. Volgren chips it to herself.
Here we go.
Volgren. Shot. And again, Hudson really doing a good job of keeping the Fusion kind of out of those dirty areas, keeping those shots wide.
50 to play here on this power play.
Volgren with it.
Man.
Again, and maybe that ice is setting up pretty good at this point, but I don't know, it's just a weird spot for her to lose the handle on it. Up to Kivel. Kivel lines, fires looking for that top corner there and just missed.
It was open too.
When you see the kids miss and they just don't even hit the net like that, they're aiming for the corner. Just didn't get it. Jane Volgren, good shot there. She had Kivel on the back door there, just kind of trying to bounce that, get themselves a loose puck out front. And if that puck would have came loose, Kivel would have knocked it home pretty easily. 12:28 left here, second period. 0-0 game. A tight one here tonight with Hudson so far.
Got 20 seconds left to play on this power play, and we're getting more shots. Now we're set up in our zone, so hopefully they can convert here.
Puck out to Adams. Adams will skate it behind the net. Adams looking for some room. Fires and scores. Eleanor's like, hey, if you're not going to defend me, I'll just turn around and send this baby home. I think Hudson's so used to that pass going out to Jane Volgren. I think they were kind of focused on Jane, and Eleanor had plenty of time and space. Just put it right over the top of Amundsen, and it's 1-0 Fuse.
I like to say a fish out of water. That's a defenseman or defensive player skating down behind the net and getting a point-blank look there.
Adams played a lot of forward last year. I think she's pretty comfortable with the puck on her stick, and, of course, as a defender this year, she is the leading scorer among defenders on our team. That is Eleanor's 7th goal of the season. She's got 17 points now on the year, averaging just about a point a game. Puck picked up there by number 11. And now Adams with it. Adams over to Holdorf. Holdorf up the ice looking for Mo Kivel. Jenna got that's Sophia DeLong gets a stick on it. That was Lindness too. I saw the two. Yeah, there's Kendall, or not Kendall,
DeLong.
Kendra trying to do the same thing that
Woo,
that Eleanor
that got
did.
through.
Little wrap around there. Shot. That one bounced off the pipe. That one hit metal.
Again, there are surges of this Hudson team not to sleep on
Yep,
at all,
for sure.
both defensively and they've ripped some shots.
Puck
Oh,
out to the
that-
point.
Ooh, here we go.
They do have some players, but what separates a team that has a winning record from a team that has a losing record is having players throughout that lineup, having that depth. And right now, they've got a lot of young players, got some young talent coming up, but a lot of young players on this team. Picked up by Volgren. Loose puck out there. Bounce it out to the blue line. Skated in and a shot by number 12. That's Madigan.
Uh-oh.
Oh, puck loose out front. And it's Laura Johnson banging it home. And Laura showing you why she's scored 10 goals this season. That's her 11th.
You're going to get a replay here, and you're going to see a pop right out in front of the net off of, I don't know where it popped out from, but you can see the center sitting there. Okay,
Yeah.
Centering pass, just a good, that was a backhand lift, I think.
Mm-hmm. Laura's going to bang that home all day, every day.
It's where you don't want to let players set up camp.
All right. So we got a 1-1 game now. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the second period. Holdorf with it. Trying to bounce it to Volgren. Comes back to Oakley. Oakley over to Ella. Ella trying to hit Mo on the touchdown pass. Now Kaylee Lansing with the puck. Lansing over to Jenna. A little bit too much smoke on that one. Jenna able to pluck it out of there. Jenna bounces it up to Mo Kivel. Kivel picks it up at the blue line. Kivel with some room, shoots. And a big, big save there again by Amundsen. Kivel was looking that back corner there. She skated in from the far side, and Amundsen got the glove up just in time to keep her out of the net. 9:51 to play, second period, 1-1 game here at the Wildcat Center in River Falls.
We've had a flurry of activity here in this
Yeah.
opening segment of the second period.
Yeah, skated the whole first period with nothing, and then after that power play, both teams have found their sticks.
I think it's one of those, they kind of feel each other out, what kind of style it's going to be. And
Shot! Oh, boy, I thought that went in.
Pipe again.
I don't know, maybe across the crossbar. Yeah. Jenna able to connect with Mo Kivel. Kivel had a great look at it there. Hudson bringing it out as the Fusion get a change. Eleanor Adams steps up, skates it across the center line.
I grabbed a snip of that Mo Kivel shot there. We'll see if we can see what happened once we get a stoppage.
Get a whistle, we'll take a look at it. Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Huh?
Fuse
Okay.
kind of looking for a penalty there as Sophia Munson took a little bit of a whack there. She skated it through the neutral zone, but no penalty. Fusion with a good opportunity there, but Munson battling right along that blue line again. Shot, save, puck loose. Still loose, and big time leg out there. Gustafson got the left leg out there just in time.
Incredible work.
Hudson
in
was
the
about
pipes.
ready to cash in another one, and Gussie got that leg out there right at the moment she needed to. Hudson looking for another opportunity. Nice work there by Kendra, taking it off her stick. And she'll dump it down. The Fusion will get a change. D's are going to stay on. Fresh set of forwards. Step onto the ice for the Fusion here.
Looks like the Jane Volgren, Chloe Ralston, and what should be, Lily middle line.
Hudson will bring it in here. It's pressure by Munson. Munson and Adams have been out there for a bit. They need to get some zone time on the other end to get these D's off the ice. Middle, trying to catch up to it. Adams gets his stick on it. Boy, the ice is slippery over there. Three of them just went down all in the same spot. Here comes Hudson back the other way. Centering attempt there by number 6, Arden Fenstermacher.
How do you spell that one?
How do you say that one?
Uh,
There's a lot of consonants and a lot of vowels in that one. Probably needs a comma or two. Jane Volgren trying to help break this puck out, but Hudson able to hold his own. Ralston just sends it all the way down. She'll get that on net to avoid the icing. Amundsen sends it over to the near side corner, picked up by the Raiders as the Fuse get a change here. Raiders line fire. Adams able to knock that one down. Again, Adams has been out on the ice for a couple of minutes here, and she'll draw the penalty. Flatham will go to the box for the Raiders, and the Fusion will go back on the power play here, leading it, or tied up at 1 apiece.
6:46 to play here in the second.
6:46 to go. Where do you got the clock somewhere here that I can see?
I don't. I'm
you
just
have
slightly better
eyeballs
angle.
than I do. Okay. So
It's all good.
I can see numbers, but I can't read them because of the angle I'm looking at them. But
We're going to take a look at that Mo Kibble shot here. She's coming in from the right-hand side. Sure enough, it was
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this
Kibble will take the draw.
That
Puck
was
bounces out to Adams. Adams drops it down. Jenna Volgren trying to chase it down. Picked up by the Raiders behind their own net. They'll swing it around, but it'll be picked up by Lily Middle at the blue line. Plays it with her skate. Gets it onto the stick now over to Jane Volgren. Volgren back out to middle. Middle can't handle it. The pass had a little hop on it right before it got the middle stick, so she'll have to retreat back. Pressured by Laura Johnson. Johnson winds, fires, and scores.
curses.
Just a little bit of a gap there between Gustafson's shoulder and the pipe, and Laura Johnson is a straight sniper and found it. It's 2-1 Hudson.
We'll take another look at that if we can here. Super sharp angle.
Oh,
Yep.
no, it went off the. It looks like it went off the stick of Adams, actually. Let's take a look at that again.
Yep. And we can slow that down.
I thought that went up, but I think it actually went off the stick of Eleanor. We're going to drop. We'll take a look at it in a second here.
A little slower.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
Not sure.
Yeah, just found an opening. Sneaky puck. So now the Fusion find themselves trailing for the first time tonight. About 6 minutes left in the second period.
That was shorthanded too,
Short-handed,
unfortunately.
yeah, Laura
so
Johnson able to scoop that puck up right on the near side, just fired it. Tough angle shot, found an opening. That's what Wayne Gretzky said. You miss all of them that you don't take. So
I'm a big fan.
yeah,
Throw it at
yeah.
that thing. And
Throw it at that thing, and good things will happen. Jenna Volgren firing. She was looking for that top corner on the right side there. I think it hit a body and deflected up, but I could see she was dialed in on that top corner. Hudson will change out 4 here. The Fuse will keep the power play out there.
52 to play on this power play. 5:37 total for the period.
Over to Adams. Adams shoots. Oh, Kivel got out of the way. Had the goaltender screen, but she got enough of that waffle board on it to stop it. Kivel firing it towards net. It's going to go over to the far side. Picked up by Jane Volgren now. Volgren gets tangled up, and Hudson able to clear. They'll go over to the near side to Adams. Adams tried to go back to Kivel, but no, nothing doing here. And here come the Raiders back the other way. Madigan fires on net. She says, hey, if Laura Johnson can do it, I can do it too. But Gustafson able to knock that one down and cover it. But you got a defensive zone draw here on the power play. You don't like to have that happen. Just over 5 minutes to play, second period. 2-1 Raiders. Izzy Brandt takes the draw. Another shot, and Gustafson with a save. Lindis will take the draw. She's out there with DeLong and Harmon. And Holdorf and Adams are the Ds. Holdorf gathers it up right by the Zamboni door. Over to Adams. Adams fires it up the boards to Lindis. Lindis gets tied up. Puck coming back to Holdorf. Holdorf takes a look around, sends it over to Adams. Adams up the ice. Lindis gets a stick on it. Now she's going to chase it down in the far side corner. Raiders back to full strength. Power play is over.
4:35.
Holdorf shoots. That one goes just wide of the net. Raiders able to clear. Here comes Hudson back the other way. Fuse able to clear it out. Hudson has to tag up. Picked up by Adams. Adams has been out there since the beginning of the power play, so she's been on the ice the longest of everyone that's on the ice. Adams fires. It's kind of tough when you're on when you're on this side, you're farthest away from the bench in the second period when you got the long change. Shot, and Gustafson's able to turn away Johnson. Johnson looking for her second goal tonight. Had an opening, got out in front of the crowd, but Gustafson able to step out of that crease a little bit, get big, and able to knock that one down. Middle will take the draw. Sid Kivel out there with Sophie Munson, Ralston, and Jane Volgren trying to hit Volgren on the touchdown pass. She's going to still leg this one out. Gets to the puck. I heard somebody say ice. Must have been the Hudson bench. Didn't get the call they wanted. Nice work there by Volgren, legging that one out. Ralston battling in the far side corner. Puck's going to come around to the near side now. Still battling behind the net. It's got Jane up front. They'll send it out to the point. Munson fires, looking for a deflection. Kivel steps up. Raiders trying to clear. Kivel does a great job keeping that puck in. Middle up front, trying to squirt it through. Puck loose. Volgren went flying for it. Couldn't get there.
Full sell to get that loose puck with the wide open net, too.
Well, that's how Jane plays.
True story.
It's full send, baby, all the time. Middle, shoots, and Amundsen able to close up in the nick of time. Looked like she wasn't quite sure she had it, but she did.
And Jane Volgren was coming down that left side. Easy collection, too, so that was a good keep by the goalie.
2-1 Hudson. How much time we got?
We have 3:01 to play. Yeah, it's funny. The scoreboard we can see is blocked by the banners.
Right. Goal for the Fusion. Fusion tie it up. Mo
See
Kivel.
what we got here.
Puck loose out front. Kivel gets the deflection and then bangs it home right over the pads of Amundsen.
Love it. Good aware play. Try to get the deflection, scoop it, dump it. That's something Esme mentioned during the interview about because she's really honed her scoring ability as she's grown up over the years. She loves that screen and tip for that reason right there.
Here comes Kivel back the other way. Kivel out ahead of the pack. Takes her time, tried to go to the backhand and put it right behind the pads, but couldn't quite get there. Kivel, the assist from Stanley, that is Kivel's 14th goal of the season. She's got 25 points on the year.
Who are our point leaders for the year?
Well, I think it's going to be Mo Kivel right now. Middle had 24 coming into the game, as did Mo Kivel. Now Kivel with 25.
Nice.
Shot from Holdorf.
How about we get a game winner from Middle and they can go right out of here tied?
Yeah, there's a group of four. Them all got a ton of points. Jane Volgren actually came into the game. There was a three-way tie. Jane had 13 and 11 as well. So 3 girls at 24. And then Jenna has 22, 8 goals, 14 assists entering the game.
Excellent.
So that top 4 in the lineup with a ton of points, and they're all among, I believe, like the top 10 in the conference.
Oh, all right.
I think there's a girl in Eau Claire that's got a bunch, and she's, I think, leading the conference. But I think those girls are all like 2, 3, 4 or something like that. They're definitely all in the top 10. Adams up to Harmon. Harmon picked up by DeLong. DeLong able to send it deep. Fusion will get a change. Raiders rounded up in their own end. Raiders try to squirt it up the ice.
Oh. I swear
Ralston.
I didn't use the term ope until I moved up to Wisconsin, and now it is daily, Chris.
It'll happen to you. It'll happen to you.
I love it. It's such a fitting word, too.
We get a whistle, and we'll have a neutral zone draw here. 5:54 to play. Second period, 2-2 game. Adams with it. Munson looking for Jane Volgren. Hudson able to dump it down deep. Adams with it. Couldn't quite get it out to the neutral zone, but she gathers it up again. Fires it up the ice just behind middle. Ralston brings it in, gets it over to Jane Volgren. Volgren shoots.
Oh, good look.
Puck loose
Again.
there. If there was been someone on the back door, that would have been an easy knock-in. Jane got some pretty good space there. I thought that one was going to find its way to the back of the net. Ralston with it over on the far side. Ralston getting hounded. Volgren centering attempt. Shot from middle, and middle gets tied up. There's his bodies flying all over the place right now. No arms going up, though. Oh, I thought they'd maybe get Jane there. They did not get Jane either. Jane kind of plowed a girl right into the boards there, but no call, and they said, hey, we're just going to let him go here for the last 10 seconds. There was some flesh flying on that one.
There was. I'm sensing this is a physical game, but it's different than like the way Hayward played physically. This feels a little chippier with some of the shots I'm seeing up close. There's some after the play elbows here. There's been a couple of board shots of it's not pinching. We're just going to shut the girl down.
Yeah, well, maybe a little Hudson rivalry, kind of one of those things where, I think they probably have they like to play us and probably like to play West Wisconsin a little bit more than maybe they like to play everybody else in the conference. And you're going to get their best game. And like I said, this is a team and a program that knows what it's like to go and win at the biggest stages in Wisconsin hockey. And they're going to give you their best game, even though maybe they're not what they were a few years ago. They're going to make you work for everything you get.
And to that point, noting that as I'm watching where these girls are positioned on the ice and the goals they've gotten, they have girls in the positions that you want them to be in to get the easy goals or at least scoring opportunities. And far too often, obviously JV up to varsity. JV are still learning the positioning of where to be, but these guys are locked in as to where to be relative to the slot, the goalie, and the backside, what have you. So, and it's indicative. Like you said, it's kind of a rebuilding phase. There's no standout, but speed's there, positioning's there, and they're playing aggressive.
Yeah. So what do we got coming up on the schedule, Andrew? I know we got a game on Saturday. Let me pull it up, see if we can get the schedule going here, as long as we're going to stick around and chat here in the intermission.
One dad asking another dad who we both talked about, what's today's activities?
If you would have asked me last night, I would have told you the game was being played in Hudson, so I'm going to pull it up right now. All right, Saturday. I know we play Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's in Baldwin. It is in Baldwin. We play Superior on Saturday.
Okay.
And then I believe there is a JV game on Monday against the Stars. And then there's a JV varsity at Eau Claire on Tuesday.
All right, so we've got a busy stretch here.
Saturday,
Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah,
for the JV
crew. Yeah.
Crew?
Yep. Let's talk about those Big Rivers Conference standings as long as we got some time here as well. I'll pull that up. Your St. Croix Valley Fusion enters tonight's play leading the conference 4-1 overall. Eau Claire Stars are 4-2 in the conference. Western Wisconsin 3-2 conference. They lost to us last week, and then they lost to the Stars as well. So they're 3-2 in conference. Hudson 1-3, and Chippewa Falls Menominee is 1-5 in the Big Rivers Conference. And you kind of asked me about the leaders in the conference as far as scoring. Let's pull that up too here. As long as we got this baby open, let's take a look at some numbers. Scoring leaders. We'll pull that up. All right, Molly Wright from Eau Claire is so this is just by conference only. These are just conference games only. So Molly's got 9. She's got 4 goals, 5 assists in conference games. Lily's 3-6 for 9. Jenna 5-3 for 8. Izzy Johnson from the Stars 5-2 for 7. Mo Kivel 3-3 for 6. She added one tonight. I'm sorry, that was Jane Volgren. Jenna Volgren is 1-4, so for 5. Eleanor Adams 1-3. So of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Oakley Holdorf is
wow.
Yeah, Oakley Holdorf is 2-2. So of the top 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are Fusion players. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, and that leads to the team
That's-
approach.
yeah.
There's no like who do you guard when you scout that. They're all coming at you.
Yeah. Let's look at points for the team for the entire season. We'll go through that here real quick, too. We'll get those down.
All
All right, Lily Middle. This is entering tonight, so this is without tonight. So Morgan now has she's got 14 goals now. But entering tonight, Lily Middle was 11 and 13 for 24. Jane Volgren, 13 goals, 11 assists for 24. Mo Kivel, 13 goals, 11 assists for 24. Jenna Volgren, 8 goals, 14 assists for 22. Eleanor Adams, 6 goals, 10 assists for 16. Ella Stanley, 4 goals, 5 assists for 9. She got another assist tonight. Sophia DeLong, 3 goals, 6 assists for 9. Oakley Holdorf, 3 goals, 5 assists for 8. Kendra Harmon, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7. Sophia Munson, 0 goals but 5 assists for 5. Emerson Lindis, 3 goals, 1 assist for 4. Sid Kivel, 0 and 4, 4 total points. Lila Dexheimer, 0 goals, 2 assists, 2 points. Chloe Ralston, 2 goals, 0 assists, 2 points. Emma Larson, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 point. And KG with the goalie assist. She's got a point.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And
you
we
don't
forgot,
see that very often.
we talked about it in Hayward. We're giving Jenna credit for a save in that Hayward game, too. So we got to put a little notch in for a save for Jenna. We
For sure.
we talked about it in the parking lot that night, and she laughed. So we said, "We're giving you a save, Jenna."
And I think it was rightfully so, because
Yeah.
if she wasn't there, and she even said that, she wanted to turn and go, but she felt that other player right there. If she turns at all, that thing just gets bumped in, and she buried it underneath KG. And I'm with you. That save goes to the skater all day.
Yep. So
Oh,
let's take a look Hudson's upcoming schedule, shall we? As long as
we
we're
can.
talking
I did look
schedules.
up Black River Falls. Now, where they're interesting is they're in our section,
Mhm.
and that's we did drop a game to those guys, but
Yep, they're not
they
in the conference.
have a 13-6-1 record. So when we look at the section and seeding for the state playdowns, advantage River Falls at this point in the season.
Maybe.
We have and that's
They'll vote for it. It just kind of depends. They're gonna look at kind of like opponents because we're not in the same conference, but they'll look and see, all right, how did you guys do against these guys? But yeah, with the one win, it's gonna be hard to say advantage Fusion just because they did beat us. So
that is so bizarre to me.
that
you know,
will be a tough one.
it does make sense the way they do that, and there's no other way. You get head-to-head when you're outside of your conference, but at the same time, it should be overall record if there's enough.
I think
quality
if it's
wins.
a huge gap, I think it would get overlooked. But you know, we have pretty similar records. So if the records are similar, and they have the win over us, it's going to be hard to argue. But you know, maybe they'll look at strength of schedule. I don't know what kind of teams Black River Falls is playing. Obviously, this conference right now that we're playing in, you know, I think 4 of the top 6 teams in the state, or three of the. So there's 3 teams in our conference that are among the top 6 in the state. So
Yeah.
you got us, you got the Stars, you got Eau Claire in the top 6 of the state. So it's a tough conference, and you know, unfortunately, only one of those teams is going to make it out. And then you got Black River Falls. So you have 4 of the top teams in the state, top 6 teams in the state in the same section.
That's
So
tough. That's almost like I look at big jump here, but you look at the Wild and the top 3 teams. That's one thing I hate about the NHL and the way hockey does playoffs is you can have 3 come out of the same division and they have to face each other to
Yep.
get to the conference finals. So
All right, let's take a look at Huddy, who they got coming up here. They play the Stars tomorrow night. So they leave here and play the Stars tomorrow in New Richmond. So tough 2-game stretch. And then, hey, let's play a 3rd game. They're back at home against Hayward. So that's kind of a murderer's row game there between us, the Stars, and Hayward, and back to back to back.
You're not lying.
That's a tough 3-game stretch for the Raiders. I'm guessing those are probably some reschedules from the weather because I don't know if you'd schedule those 3 games together like that.
No.
So that's a tough stretch for them. And then
Hayward plays a physical game, so it'll be interesting to look back at the schedule and see how they do on that stretch.
And then on Tuesday, they are back at home against the West Wisconsin Stars again. So that's 4 games over 5-6 days. That's a battle. And then next Friday, they play Fort Francis. I'm assuming that's a Minnesota team, but I've never heard of that. That's on their schedule. They're certainly not from Wisconsin. And then Saturday, Central Wisconsin Storm. They close out their regular season against the Chippewa Falls Menominee Sabres. But yeah, it's just a real interesting year this year in this conference. You have a team like ours that is very, very senior heavy. Then we've got some really strong juniors as well. And you got a team like Chippewa Falls. They've got a lot of talent, but there a lot of them are freshmen and sophomores. You know, this Hudson team, again, they've got a couple of really strong upperclassmen, but they've got a ton of talent in the lower classes coming up. It's just interesting. You go to Western Wisconsin, they've got talent throughout the roster. They got a lot of talent, you know, in the younger ages, but they've got some really good seniors as well. They've got seniors that are going to be playing college hockey as we do as well. But that makes a big difference when you've got senior leadership and you've got seniors. I mean, I think this team here, we've got 8 seniors that are playing varsity hockey, and when you're playing 14, you know, girls and most of them are seniors, probably going to be pretty good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, the beauty of that, too, is what it does for the leadership of those around them coming up. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that in the interviews. It's like having that leadership is also really nice. Now, our freshmen and underclassmen, you have to be exceptional to get pulled up. Do you think these teams that are playing a lot of freshmen, is that it's obviously an off year this year, but advantage 2-3 years from now as they get older and they have more reps and sets under their varsity speed? Or
it can be, but it also can be a confidence killer. I've seen that as well, where you have freshmen come in and they're playing varsity and they just lose confidence because it's drinking out of a fire hose. So
good point.
It really comes down to kind of how things go. And I think really the best thing to have, obviously, is just to have balance throughout the roster. You know, if you've got kids that are, you know, a good group of seniors and juniors, and then you can just kind of move and then you just never miss a step. So it will be interesting next year because, like I said, you're losing. We basically play 14 kids for the most part. There's a couple other kids that come in and out, but it's a 14-player rotation for the most part, and 8 of them are going to be graduating. So next year there's going to be a lot of opportunity. If you've got a kid that's watching right now that's on JV, get to work because there's going to be a lot of opportunity. So they're going to need to fill those holes with someone. So if you want to play, you know you're on the clock, baby. I mean, it's January right now. We start the season in November, so you got, 9-10 months to get it together because there's going to be a lot of opportunity to play, and there's going to be some kids that are really going to get dedicated and go for it, and there'll probably be some other kids that don't, that maybe think they got it in the bag, and they're probably going to be disappointed in November.
And isn't that exactly what you want in a healthy program? That is competitive and hunger to get out there.
That is what you want. So it'll be interesting, and I'm guessing there's going to be some, like I said, there's going to be some kids or people can be like, wow, I can't believe that person made varsity. There's probably going to be some people who are like, why didn't that person make varsity? So it happens every year in every sport, and I don't see it not happening here either.
Now, one good thing, as you went through all the scores and our top scores, we're a smattering of seniors, junior, even a freshman's in there in that top set. So, again, that helps with that reload. You don't have that fall off.
Yeah. Of those top 4 scorers, 3 of them will be back next year.
Yep.
So you're losing Mo.
And
then you got Eleanor. So you're losing 2 out of the top 5, but you're bringing back 3 out of the top 4.
Yep. So. And that's, again, you avoid the fall off that way. You had mentioned that Eleanor played a lot of forward. So when you look at that, how do you navigate somebody that hone their ability to score and then you drop them back at D? It certainly answers why she's on the power play or the D that plays the power play. But thoughts on that?
I think it's a lot easier for a D to go to forward than it is for a forward to go to D.
Okay.
But also, from being a D dad, I know it's different watching the game. And I always say, when you're playing D, you're always looking at the net you're trying to score in. You're always looking up the ice. But when you're playing forward, you play a lot of the game with your back to the net you're trying to score on. So like you look at the goal that Morgan scored there. She had her back to the net. She deflected it, turned, and then scored. So it's a different way to play the game.
That's true.
Where a lot of times your back is turned to the net. So that can be probably the biggest adjustment for a D to go to forward. But the skating part of it, if you can skate and play D, you can play forward. And I would say that most of your coaches at the collegiate level, they may look at a D and go, we can move her to forward, but they rarely will look at a forward and go, we can move that person to D. It happens, but it's more rare.
And to that point, there is one moment. It was an overtime game.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-on-3, and somebody's coming down, and it's a forward. Somebody yells forward, meaning they can't skate backwards. A little burst at that professional level, so you're spot on. That forward to D, and when you're 3-on-3, all of a sudden you're forced to play some D.
A lot of those forwards will have that force, that strength in their legs to get going forward fast, but as far as edges, I think D's always have better edges.
Makes sense.
Mo Kibble will take the draw. Fuse on the power play. So there was a penalty called there. I didn't hear what it was, but there was a penalty called. So
it is on our scoreboards. That might be the next upgrade down the road.
I think Jane got it. There's somebody in the box there. Jane really put somebody in the boards down there, so I think they gave it to her. So we're on the kill. Hudson on the power play, and Hudson comes into tonight just 10.4% on the power play. That's probably the least efficient power play that I've looked at so far this season.
Would agree.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Fuse on the kill this year, 87.2% efficiency on the kill. Where
does that usually land for a solid, or what's an exceptional power play? Anything over 90?
87% is pretty exceptional.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that most of them in girls high school hockey in Wisconsin, a good power play is going to be, around 85, 82, somewhere in that neighborhood. 87 is going to be that's really, really good. That means you're holding your opponent to 12 and a half. So
Yep.
And when we look at good power plays that we've played against, and even our power play is running at 18%. So that means these are at 82 against us.
We definitely opened the season red hot with our power play, and I think we've leveled off, as is understandable.
I think that probably happens to a lot of teams. I just think that sometimes goaltending just needs a little bit of time to kind of get in the groove. Goaltending is definitely a rhythm position, and I think early in the year, a lot of times goaltending is not as good as it is later in the year.
That makes perfect sense, too.
And a lot of times early in the year, teams are maybe playing a couple different goalies and just kind of seeing where it ends up. And late in the year, you're going to start seeing teams just go, this is our best goalie. This is the person we're going to run out there. So you don't get opportunities against goalies that maybe aren't as good as that you would see in November, December. All right, I think the Raiders going to the box now. So I think we're going to get a little bit of 4-on-4 ice here.
We have 22 seconds here to play some 4-on-4 hockey, and that will yield about a minute 38 of Fusion power play, if my public school math is correct.
4-on-4 hockey is my favorite.
It blows my mind what removal of one player does for spacing and shots.
Yeah. Kibble will take the draw here. Jenna Volgren pressuring. Hudson all the way down the ice.
Do you feel
Oldorf gets a stick on.
Oh, okay. Do you feel it's advantage D or advantage offense with four?
Oh, definitely an advantage offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, just more space, a lot more space on the ice. Fusion, full strength. They're on the power play. Volgren just offsides. That was real close. They're going to bring it back. So we'll get a neutral zone draw here. Fusion on the power play for the next 1:35, 14:55 remaining in the third period. Second on, they got two up on the board, but it is the third period. 2-2 game.
All right, weathered that first penalty storm. I don't know if it's good going into the locker room and having to come out and thinking about going for a kill, but it certainly helps you regroup and focus on what you're about to go do.
Mm-hmm. Adams turns the corner at the blue line. Fuse will have to get back on sides. Middle with it. Middle. Try to get it to Kivel. And Larson gets a hold of the puck, and she'll just send it down.
Just over a minute to play on this power play.
Jane Volgren will bring it in. Volgren takes a look around. Thought about going back to the point, but she'll skate it back behind the net. She gets tied up down there with Lauren Kowalski. We talked about Lauren a little bit earlier in this show.
Had to chuckle as I saw the slow motion. Oh,
Middle.
there we go.
Tried to go between the legs, turns it over to Festermacher, and Gustafson able to get the save. Fenstermacher. We're going to practice that. Ready?
Fenstermacher.
All right, we got it.
Got it until we don't. There's a weird SEMA, Friarmouth. Some solid names up here.
Yeah. Weirdsema played with some of our girls when we went to the national championships a couple years ago. She was on that team. Really good, really good family. Hudson sends that one all the way down. Marley Larson trying to chase it down. Picked up by the Fuse. Adams with it. Adams getting hassled. Just sends it out. Goes all the way out to the point.
Just out of sync
Shot
here,
from
Chris.
the point. Yeah, just can't get connected here in this power play. You talked about the
10 to
power
play.
play kind of fizzling here later in the season, and this one here is not a product of the goaltending. This is just kind of a tough stretch here. And this one of the other things that I'll say is when we had all that weather, here comes Jane Volgren. Volgren working through traffic, shoots, trying to hit that back corner of the goal. Down to Jenna Volgren. Jenna pinned up against the near side boards. Preslin Pettis gets the stick in there. Nice step up there by Sid Kivel. Morgan Kivel gets a stick on it behind the net, but Pettis able to get it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Fenstermacher. Fenstermacher sends it deep and heads for the bench. Picked up by Sid Kivel. Kivel pressured again. It's crazy, these girls turn around and expect there to be space, and the blue jerseys are right there in their face, and they turn around.
Agreed.
Lindis had a chance there, and she was cut off by Kowalski, and you saw some of that physicality by Kowalski. She's not big, but, again, she's played a lot of games with boys, and we've got no problem throwing the weight around that she's got.
Where do you feel that girls playing with boys, it obviously helps speed, toughness. Where does it become tough to continue?
I would say at the Bantam level.
Okay. When they start checking?
Yeah, I think what happens a lot of times at that age, too, is I've always heard it is at that age, a ponytail looks like a bullseye. And they start looking to hit these kids. And, to me, I think at that point, it takes a special girl. I mean, Jane played with boys. She played on my son's team a little bit, too. It takes somebody who really doesn't mind that contact to be able to do it. And you have to protect yourself, too. Like, if you're spending a lot of time skating with your head down, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have your head on the swivel when you're out there because you are a target. And they do not want to give up a goal to a girl.
And bantams, I almost have PTSD from watching some of those first because you get the older, and that for boys, you get the size difference. They're all in puberty, so some grow quick, some are tiny. They don't know when to hit appropriately. They don't know how to take a hit, and you're just like, oh, my gosh, please don't die.
Yeah.
So in some regard, I'm glad my daughter's a girl
There's
playing female hockey.
Yeah. There's disadvantages to it as well, and that's just something that everybody has to kind of weigh out for themselves.
But the speed, I totally understand. The speed, the toughness, the stick skills that you develop playing. So, all right, back
again,
to hockey.
It's kind of just like we talked about the freshmen playing at the varsity level. If you're out there and you don't have the talent level to have the puck on your stick, then you should go and play at a different level because it doesn't do you any good to go play against that speed if you can't keep up with it. It doesn't do you any good to play with that physicality if you're just going to be afraid to touch the puck. So there's also a lot that goes into like just being confident with the puck and playing with people that are your size and, you know, your athletic ability, that when you get out there, you know, if you can do it, then great. But if you can't do it, you're going to be way better off to play girls and just be way more confident with the puck. Confidence with the puck is everything.
Confidence.
It is literally everything.
Oh, yeah, I know that in just the chats we've had with Reese and watching her.
Mm-hmm. Adams looking for middle.
Oh, here we go.
Middle, a little space, gets out ahead of the defense. Wines fires that one up and over the net.
There again, number 4 closing the gap. It looked like middle was going to get a clear run, but good back check.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That's a senior. Again,
Okay.
you know, that's a senior. That's what a senior looks like.
Yep. She just squared up against Jane, our number 4. Oh, here we go.
Nice move by Kivel.
Oh,
and there's your
man.
confidence with the puck. Ultimate confidence with the puck, Mo Kivel.
Stays with it through traffic, doesn't lose sight when it gets knocked away. Love it.
Yep. Shot. Amundsen sends it back behind her net. Kowalski with it. Kowalski sends it right up the boards. Picked up by Fenstermacher. Oh.
Looking for a little toe drag and just lost her.
I like watching kids try that stuff, though.
Agreed.
Try it. If it doesn't make it, it's fine. If it does make it, you're going to get a scoring chance.
Hmm.
Icing called, and we get a whistle here. 2-2 game. Third period, showing second on the board, but we are in the third period.
9:32 to play.
9:32 to play, so nearing the center point here of the third period. Kivel's going to take the draw. Hudson out to the point. Shot, knocked down. Puck picked up. Lindis. And we're offsides. Sorry, that was Lindis that took the draw. We are on the very opposite side of the rink of that, of where they're taking the draw. And your eyes are better than mine, and it's just hard for me to see.
We also have the netting to look through, so your 2s and 6s. And
it's a lot easier for me to call a game from center ice than it is from 200 feet away.
All true. So we got Lindis Harmon. Lindis rips.
Holdorf with it now. Holdorf drops it down to DeLong. DeLong working through traffic. Picked up by Lindis now. Lindis skates the circle. Looking for time and space. Makes a little move there. And we get a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty coming. I think it's going to be
on Hudson.
Yeah. Okay.
Cross.
Well, the way that we reacted to it, I'm like, is that against us? We had somebody kind of skate away shaking her head, but I guess she's maybe just disappointed that she didn't get an opportunity to score when she thought she was going to. But I just saw a head shake. I'm like, is that on us?
I think it was Emerson Lindis that drew that one.
Yeah, Emerson got hit, and then Sophie skated away and was just kind of shaking her head. I'm like, boy, do they get Sophie? So Fuse on the power play here. 9 minutes to play. Puck out to Jane Volgren. Volgren with it. Volgren going cross ice over there to Kivel in the slot, and Hudson will get it clear. Gustafson settles it down.
All right, let's get set up here. A little crisper than the last one.
Yeah, the last one had a hard time getting out of our own end.
Yeah, just hitting passes, throwing it where girls weren't. But they are getting harassed. This Hudson defense is no joke. Oh,
Volgren over to Kivel.
Nice move,
Puck
Kivel.
loose out front. Jane almost had a nice opportunity at that one. Hudson gets a good clear. That's Laura Johnson just working her butt off right there. Just took that puck away. Over to Kivel. Kivel lines, fires Amundsen, able to get the gear on it. Puck over to Jenna Volgren. Volgren tried to slide it out. Jane was a little bit too deep. Shot from the point by middle is just wide. Adams steps up. Little battle along the Zamboni door there. Kivel jumps in. Puck picked up by Madigan. Madigan tries to clear. Middle able to hold the zone. Middle over to Jane Volgren. Volgren lines, fires, puck loose over to Adams. Adams works through traffic, shoots, and that one bounces off of Madigan out front. Adams working behind the net, tried to kind of sneak that one in there past Amundsen. Amundsen's got the door shut with her skate. And great play there by Jenna Volgren with a wraparound, and Amundsen got back just in the nick of time.
Fractions of seconds.
Middle will have to come back for this one. Fusion reset, 20 seconds left in the power play. Middle working through traffic. She gets tied up by Izzy Brandt. You know, Brandt doesn't have any points in the season, but she's put a lot of time on the ice, and we've called her name a few different times tonight. Made a couple nice little plays. There's ways to contribute without points, and she's doing it.
Oh, I don't think there's a better sport for that concept right there. You can be a huge contributor. Oh, come on. Out front.
Puck out to Holdorf.
And
Holdorf down to Harmon.
I commented on the JV game, and while I don't like this for the other end, I love it for this end. Oh, here we go.
Shot and a score. Kendra Harmon out front, backhander. Got just enough pad for that puck to roll up and over for the goal. And the Fusion take the late lead here, 3-2. How much time we got left, Andrew?
We have 6:41 for. Is this the first Fusion lead? We've got the replay here.
First Fusion lead since the first period. We led 1-0,
right.
And then it was 2-1 Hudson.
So here, ricochets. Mo Kivel kicks it out front.
Harmon.
And Harmon just enough, yeah.
Just hit the gear, and it kind of rolled right over the pad. Out to Holdorf.
Oh, man.
Holdorf and Kivel get the assists. The goal to Harmon. And if the Fusion can keep Hudson off the board the rest of the way, it'll be a game-winning goal.
I probably even shouldn't say this, but our bus driver is down here giving signals. And I'm seeing TJ over on the bench. I don't know what the signals mean, but he is acting like he's swimming and giving, like right here, he's giving something. Oh.
Puck out
If
to
you're
Adams.
not trying.
I didn't even notice until now, and now I can't unsee it. I don't know what they're doing either, but they're doing something. Well, that was just an exasperation. That was just like, oh, my gosh.
We got something new to pay attention to in this final 5:44 to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can interpret the hand signals.
All right, Middle's going to take the draw. Middle out there with Harmon and Jane Volgren. Shot and a goal, and Hudson right back in it.
Unfortunate shot high off the face, and I mean, it's a design play. You
Yep,
kick it back off the face off and rip. It just got over KG's blocker side shoulder, I think. Oh, shoot. I don't think
24, Marley Larson. She is a junior. That's her 5th goal of the year, I believe.
don't think I got that one, but let's see. Nope, too late. All right.
That's okay.
I was too
we
busy
don't need to replay
groaning.
the Hudson goals.
I know. That's a good point. Good point. The trombone is enough. I was sulking already.
Kivel, Harmon with it now. Raiders peel off. Cahoon with it. She'll bounce it out over to Madigan. Madigan up the boards to Larson. Larson pass, and KG will settle that one down. We'll get a whistle with 5:14 to go here. Third period, 3-3 hockey game here at the Wildcat Center. Saturday, make sure you join the broadcast. We'll have Adam will be back, so we won't have all these shenanigans. So we'll have the broadcast for you Saturday.
One errant click, and boy, did I start the chaos.
That's the thing that people don't realize is there's like 30 things you have to do right, and if one of them is off, you got a no-go.
And we nailed the JV side. Like, I was floating on cloud 9.
You're like, we did it. We did it.
Shoot. No, Adam set us up for success, and go figure. One click.
It's a lot harder than people think it is. We'll just say that.
Now, the worst part is I work in IT, Chris.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those things that's repetition.
It
you
is.
know, if you do it a ton of times, you know what buttons you need to hit.
Oh, here we
go. Back the other way. Kivel with it. Kivel working through traffic. Great stick there by Madigan. Fusion able to hold
Like
his
it.
own. Holdorf down to Kivel. Kivel. Great look to Jane Volgren, and Amundsen got the pad out just in time. Volgren with it.
Did Volgren call for that pass?
I think she did.
Yeah.
She's working through traffic again. Fires puck loose.
Oh, man.
Jenna Volgren, her sister, had a great look at it. Nice job there by Adams knocking that one down. Fires it, goes off the skate of Kivel. Shot from the point, Haldorf. That one bounces off of Madigan. And now the Raiders will just send that down. Should be icing, and it will be. So the Fusion will get a offensive zone draw here with 4:09 to go, third period. We're all locked up here at 3 apiece.
Exciting stretch of hockey here. This has been a fun third period.
When I said that Kendra's goal would be a game winner, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I did caveat it. I'm like, if Hudson doesn't score again, it will be. But I felt bad about saying it. I'm like, I hope I didn't just put the jinx on us. Sophie DeLong on the far side battling. Here come the Raiders. They'll bring it out. Cahoon up the ice. She hits Larson. Larson fires. Nice knockdown there. Fusion, chip it down. Need some breaks. Nope, that'll be icing. And the Raiders will get a offensive zone face-off. And the last time we did this, it ended up in our net. So let's not do that this time.
True story.
But you can bet you're probably going to see that same play that we saw the last time. But if we win the draw, they can't do it, right? Let's win the draw.
And speaking of that, the face-offs. This is something I've been wanting to watch in some slow-mo and see the physics behind it. Blows my mind at what's going on. Oh, there we go again.
Laura Johnson, she's a big-time player. Puck loose coming down. That one won't be icing. Kowalski takes a look around. Jenna Volgren pressuring. Hudson able to bring it out in the neutral zone. Larson with it. Larson up ahead. Sad thing about the Laura Johnson situation, we've got 2 more years of facing her. She's just a sophomore. Big collision down there, but I think everybody's up. Everybody's up now.
Is that Johnson? No, that's not Johnson skating away.
Adams able to clear it out in the neutral zone. Kivel pressuring, but Hudson able to drop it down. Holdorf will go behind her net to pick it up. Bounces it up the boards. Here come the Fusion back the other way.
Nice
pass
move.
to Jane Volgren. Volgren trying to work it down the slot, but too many Raiders. Here come the Raiders back the other way.
Just
Milchak.
solid defense right there. Stayed
DeLong.
puck and body. It just got it out of danger.
Here comes Milchak. Nice knockdown there. Fusion lost track of the puck there for just a moment. Now Middle with it. Middle will skate it behind her net. Middle. Working right through traffic.
Nice little dangle there.
Looks like me and my Ferrari in L.A. Finds an opening, shoots, scores! I saw her go to the backhand. I'm like, that baby's going in. Lily Middle just found her way through traffic. It did look like a Ferrari going through L.A. traffic. Just right from lane to lane to lane. Found an opening and got Amundsen moving to the left and just fired it right to her right.
It's a little quick, so here we go. She's going to cut back. Last little deke right there.
Yep. Zip.
Rip.
Right there.
5-hole it.
That's how you do. 4-3, Fuse. 2:21 to go here, third period.
And we're going to leave it at that.
We're not going to talk about any of that other stuff until after the game.
Oh. All right. Oh, little misplay. That could have been dangerous with Jane Volgren coming into the zone.
Sophia DeLong gets the assist on the goal. Fusion dump it down deep. And this is kind of one of the things, if you watch Fusion hockey, they get up late. You're going to see those Ds kind of hang back a little bit, kind of play a little bit of a kind of a prevent D, and they will just dump it down.
Now, will you ever see them move center high to play
They have
almost
done that-
prevent?
They've done that many times this season.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. They're actually playing a lot more aggressively here than I've seen them. Maybe just trying to keep Amundsen in the net. That's one way to play it here is you play it aggressively, you keep it in the offensive zone, and then the other team cannot pull their goalie. Shot, puck loose, and now Amundsen gets the cover. Kivel with the shot. 1:31 to go here, third period. Fusion leading it 4-3 on the strength of a Lily Middle goal just moments ago. This game has been back and forth, lead changes, ties, and the Fusion out front here with a minute and a half to go. And the Fusion elect to call timeout.
My curiosity is pegged. I
Yeah.
will be talking to Brian at one of these points to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spot him in future hockey games. It's like, where's Brian? It's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But I also can't divulge whatever it is.
Yeah. It's secret information. Maybe he's just one of those guys that's living and dying with what's happening.
Could be.
You know how like sometimes you watch a football game and you're like moving your hands like you're playing a video game and you're like, I don't have any control over this, but I think I do.
Love it. Love it. And that could be
Yeah.
little animated personality.
Mm-hmm.
He ran camera for us one night. I can't remember where that was, but we had him climbing over a half rail, nice little pedestal, but
That was in Chip. That was in Chippewa. Yeah.
Okay.
Who was running the camera a little while ago when Eric was up here?
I think we have Steve Pellinger.
Oh, okay.
On
yeah,
it?
Yeah. Eric Withers running the camera for most of the night. Then he came up here just to kind of make sure we were doing our jobs, I guess. Came up here to supervise us. And I'm like, I wonder who's running the camera. Somebody was doing it.
I should have handed him the mic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh.
Chris Larson along with Andrew Nelson up here at the booth on the west end of the rink. And Mr. Eric Withers at the controls of the camera at center ice.
Oh, fun.
Adam Lindis, the Wizard. We're going to start calling him the Wizard.
The Wizard. I love it.
Off tonight.
And I love that he's just done all of this. Like, this is quite the setup, and it's just a little hobby.
He just figured it out. That's what's awesome about it. Just figured it out. Hudson will bring it down and look for Amundsen to leave the net as soon as she gets an opportunity. But Jenna Volgren able to sneak the puck back into the Raiders' end. Kowalski up ahead to Madigan. Larson will chip it deep, and Amundsen comes to the bench.
And with 1:10 to play, we will go to an empty net.
Extra attacker is on for the Raiders. Raiders skate it around, send it out, shot, and that one goes back behind the net. Hughes able to clear it out in the neutral zone. Raiders will have to regroup.
45 to play.
Send it up to Kowalski. Kowalski fires.
Walkerson.
Gustafson with the save. Puck bouncing around. Gustafson able to put that in the mitt and just kind of clear herself some space.
Think she let her know. It's like, this is my crease.
This is my area right here. 38.9 left in the third period. Fusion clinging to a 4-3 lead. And now Hudson will call a timeout. They're going to get an ozone draw, so Amundsen will not come back. Again, Saturday, it's a day game. Soup coming to Baldwin. And
That should be a battle. Superior usually has a very strong team.
Good
but I don't
spot.
know this year.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up right now. How about that?
They obviously play in the Haywards conference, or section.
They're
conference.
independent, so
they
Hayward
are.
is independent as well. There's not a conference.
Okay, not enough teams to play up there.
Well,
or did they roll
yeah,
over
it's
and
just
bang
one
with?
of those things that when you're superior, you're not really close to anybody, and it's tough to be in a conference. And with girls hockey, there's only 27 teams in the state,
That's
so
true.
you just make your schedule the way you want to make it.
Now, are they allowed to cross the river and go play
Oh
like
yeah,
Duluth?
they play
and
Minnesota. Hudson's
Proctor?
played a lot of Minnesota teams.
Okay.
The West Wisconsin Stars have played a lot of Minnesota teams. So the varsity game's at 2, JV at noon, and the Spartans are 8-9 on the season, scoring 2.71 goals per game, giving up 3.71 goals per game. But check this power play out. They're 42% on the power play.
Whew.
That is efficient.
Okay. Here we're saying
I can tell you I've never seen a team with a 42% power play at this stage in the season. So we'll see. I'd like to see that.
I would too.
I'd really like to see us shut it down, but maybe I'd like to watch like some old games and see what that looks like. That's
Yeah. How do they
there's a
set up? So
highly efficient power play.
We have 30 to play, extra attacker, empty net. Ooh.
Shot from the point from Madigan. Almost snuck through. Jane Volgren pressuring and Volgren will fire at the length of the ice. Oh, just missed. And that'll be icing. 18 seconds remaining now. I'll tell you, I'll give whoever's running the clock, I'll give them credit because they were quick on the finger with that one. A lot of times, hometown clock, maybe an extra second leaks off, but that was immediately stopped. So,
are you saying there might be some Hudson mixed family on
whoever's
the
running
clock?
the clock up there is just very honest. That's what I'm saying. Shot this time, and that one is going to be wide as well. That one there, maybe a few tenths rolled off of that one.
I'm curious there, do the coaches cringe or do they kind of chuckle that one?
I think they're more than happy to do this. I mean, obviously you want to go in the net, but hey, any clear in this situation, hey, we'll take icings.
6 seconds a rip.
Yeah, let's do it 2 more times. Yep.
There we go.
Shot.
Oh, that one's going.
Here
That's
is
in.
going to be in the net, and it is a goal for Eleanor Adams, and that will put this one on ice.
Not really sure what I'm capturing here, but we'll get a slow-mo of a puck coming down center ice for you.
All right. Here it comes.
Somewhere in there. Let's go 75. You should see it sliding in.
There it is. Boom.
Woo-hoo. All right. I got these buttons down. It's the live feed button that you don't want to touch.
Second goal tonight for Eleanor. It's 8 on the season for her.
Good for her.
Yeah. And that'll do it. So the Raiders very tough to handle tonight, but the Fusion pull it out late. They get a goal from Lily Middle with just over 2 minutes to play. And then it is Eleanor Adams putting it on ice with the empty netter. And the Fusion pick up another conference win. They are 5-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. But a big tilt next Tuesday against the Eau Claire area Stars, and that game will likely essentially be the conference championship game.
Yep.
So
And there were moments in that game that were pretty dicey. We were carried a tie into the third, and we just couldn't get any traction and get moving. And to your point, this win, taking a loss here, all of a sudden throws the conference back into play. That little bit that we nugged ahead puts you right back into a dogfight. So,
yeah, it would have been tough to take a loss to this Hudson team. Again, just they're playing hard. They're definitely, you can see the what they're putting in, the time they're putting in. They look very well coached. They are doing a lot of the right things, but just I think a little bit too much talent, a little bit too much experience on the St. Croix Fusion team tonight for Hudson to handle. So 5-3 win tonight for your St. Croix Valley Fusion. For Andrew Nelson and Eric Withers and our good friend Adam Lindis, who's not with us tonight, but he'll be back on Saturday. I'm Chris Larson saying thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll see you Saturday.